Picture this. It's your first week at a new American company. You're in a meeting, everyone's talking fast.
And then your manager turns to you and says, "Hey, let's circle back on that."
And you smile, you nod, you say sure, but inside you have absolutely no idea what just happened.
Are we walking in a circle? Is this some kind of team exercise?
And then someone says, "I've got a lot on my plate this week." And you think, "What plate? There's no food in this conference room."
Or your coworker pops their head in and says, "I'll loop you in on that email." And you're thinking, loop me? Like a roller coaster loop?
If any of this has happened to you, you are exactly where you need to be right now.
Because today we're breaking down 5 of the most common, most confusing, and most important office phrases in American English. Stay with us.
Welcome to Speak English in the USA, Office Edition. I'm Alex.
And I'm Taylor, and we are so glad you're here. This show exists for one reason: to help non-native English speakers feel completely at home in an American workplace.
We help you speak natural American English, not textbook English, not formal grammar class English, but the real everyday English that your coworkers, your boss, and your clients actually use.
Here's what we've got for you today. 5 phrases: circle back, on my plate, loop you in, run it by you, and touch base. For each one, we're going to give you a full explanation, real example sentences, and a chance to practice out loud. Let's get into it.
Let's circle back.
So, circle back, what does it actually mean? It means to return to a topic later, to come back to something after some time has passed. That's it. It is not about circles, and it is definitely not about walking anywhere.
Think of it like a conversation that hits a pause button. The topic is important. It's not being dropped. It's not being ignored. It's being saved for a better moment. That's the key idea. We will come back to this. Here are 3 real example sentences. Number 1, let's circle back on the pricing discussion after we hear from the client. Number 2, I don't have all the details yet. Can I circle back with you by end of day? Number 3, great question. Let me do some research and circle back.
Notice something important in those examples. Alex said, circle back on the pricing discussion. That's the thing you're returning to. And he said, circle back with you. That's the person. On something, with someone. Remember that structure.
Let me circle back on that by end of week. Own it. Let me circle back on that by end of week. That is phrase 1. Let's move on.
I've got a lot on my plate.
Think of your workday like a dinner plate. Everything you have to do today, your tasks, your projects, your meetings, your deadlines, those are the food on your plate. If your plate is full, you are busy. If your plate is empty, you have free time.
And this phrase is brilliant because it's polite and professional at the same time. Instead of just saying, "I'm too busy," which can sound a little abrupt, you say, "I have a lot on my plate." And suddenly you sound organized, self-aware, and collaborative. You're not blowing someone off, you're explaining your situation.
I have a lot on my plate this week, but I can get to it by Friday.
I have a lot on my plate right now, but let me check my schedule. One more. I have a lot on my plate right now, but let me check my schedule. That is phrase 2.
Moving on, phrase number 3, and this one comes up constantly in emails and Slack. I'll loop you in. So let's break this down. Loop you in, or loop someone in, means to include someone in a conversation, a project, or an information chain. If you loop someone in, you make sure they receive the same updates, the same emails, the same information as everyone else involved.
The visual image here is a loop, a circle. Everyone in the loop is inside that circle of information. Everyone outside the loop doesn't know what's happening. When you loop someone in, you're pulling them inside the circle.
And this phrase has 3 really useful forms. Let me walk through all 3. Number 1, I'll loop you in. That's the most direct version. You're telling someone, I'm going to include you. I'll loop you in on the project updates.
Number 2, keep me in the loop. This one is a request. You're asking someone to keep you informed as things develop. Hey, keep me in the loop on the negotiations. I want to know how it's going. This shows initiative. It tells your manager you're engaged and interested.
Number 3, out of the loop. This means you were not included. You didn't get the information. I feel totally out of the loop on this project. Can someone catch me up? Very common, very natural.
Let me loop you in on what we discussed. Again, let me loop you in on what we discussed. That's phrase 3. Nicely done.
We are halfway through our 5 phrases. How are you feeling? Phrase number 4, and this one is really important for your career. Let me run it by you. Timestamp 7:30. So, run it by you, what does it mean exactly? It means I want to share an idea with you and get your reaction, your feedback, or your approval before I move forward with it.
Picture running a document past someone's eyes. You're showing them something briefly to get their input. That's the feeling. It's casual, it's quick, it's collaborative. You're not asking for a formal review, you're asking for a gut check. The common mistake with this one, people sometimes flip the phrase and say, let me run you by it, or let me run it by to you. Both are wrong. The structure is fixed. Run it by you, or run this by my manager. The word by is essential. Don't swap it or move it.
Can I run a quick idea by you before the meeting? I want to run this draft by my manager before I send it. Let me run it by the team and see what they think.
Can I run a quick idea by you? Again, can I run a quick idea by you? Phrase 4, done.
All right, we have made it to phrase number 5. And as promised, this is the most fluent sounding phrase on our list today. Get ready for touch base. Okay, let's break this one down fully. Touch base means to briefly check in with someone. A short conversation, maybe 5-10 minutes, just to share updates, make sure everyone is aligned, and confirm next steps.
And here's the fun part. This phrase comes from baseball. In baseball, runners have to touch the physical bases as they run around the field. If you don't touch a base, you're out. So touching base means making that essential contact, that necessary check-in before moving on to the next step.
And it's versatile. You can use it in almost any professional context. With your manager, can we touch base before the presentation? With a colleague, let's touch base later this week and compare notes. In an email, I just wanted to touch base and see where things stand. In a voicemail, give me a call so we can touch base. It fits everywhere.
Now, the common mistakes. There are actually a couple with this phrase, so listen up. Mistake number 1, saying, let's touch the base with a the. No, the phrase has no article. It's never touch the base, just touch base. Always.
Let's touch base first thing Monday morning.
Let's touch base first thing Monday morning. One more time. Let's touch base first thing Monday morning. You just learned all 5 phrases.
Okay, quick recap time. Timestamp 11:30. We're going through all 5 phrases right now. Alex gives the situation. You and I say the phrase together out loud. Ready? Let's go.
Since we're running short on time, let's table the discussion of the budget until later in the week.
Let's circle back on the budget later this week. Circle back.
Situation 2. Your manager asks if you can take on a new project this week. You're already buried in deadlines. You're swamped. What do you say? Politely, professionally, so they understand without feeling rejected.
I have a lot on my plate this week. Can we look at next week instead? Phrase 2, on my plate.
Situation 3. A new teammate has just joined the project, and you want to make sure they're getting all the same updates and email threads as everyone else. What do you do?
I'll loop her in on the email thread right now.
Hey, I drafted a response to a difficult client email, but I want your manager's opinion before I hit send. It's a sensitive situation, and I don't want to get it wrong. Could you take a quick look at it before I send it off?
Hey, do you have a sec? I want to run this draft by you before I send it. Phrase 4. Run it by you.
Hey, we have to align on the next steps before the week is out. What do you say we grab a quick coffee and chat for 15 minutes?
Can we touch base later this week to make sure we're aligned? Can we touch base later this week to make sure we're aligned? Phrase 5. Touch base. You just crushed all 5.
And this is important. Don't just watch this and move on. Learning a language requires action. So here is your assignment for tomorrow.
Pick one phrase from today, just one, and use it once tomorrow. That's your only goal. Not 5 times, just once. One real moment where you actually use it with a real person.
Next week, we're tackling one of the most requested topics we've ever gotten: how to say no at work in American English, politely, professionally, without damaging the relationship. If that sounds useful, and trust me, it is, subscribe so you don't miss it.
Keep practicing. Keep showing up. Keep using what you learn, because every single phrase you use out loud is bringing you one step closer to the confidence and the career that you are working toward.
Until next time, keep speaking.
You've got this.